Good morning, everyone. My name is Lorraine Walker, and I'm a nurse in New York City. I've been making videos for the last several weeks since this COVID-19 pandemic has literally hammered us. And most of my videos have been just about, sending a word of encouragement to my fellow nurses or doctors or just frontline workers who have been out here fighting this pandemic. I was sent a video of an account of a nurse that was posted in the Washington Press. I was sent another video from a friend of mine of a nurse practitioner who was given an account of what was happening in NYC from a friend of hers who had been working in New York City since the pandemic, and they both were very bad. And I really wanted to come out here and say, no more nurse bashing. I'm not one for bashing nurses. I truly believe that if you see something, say something where it matters. The account of the nurse in the Washington Press stated that she witnessed a resident do CPR attempt CPR on a patient who had a pulse. And in my estimation, that's clearly a case of incompetence. I believe she also mentioned somebody else was given medication in error. Some of her exact words were, "Black lives do not matter here." And I say to you, how dare you? Yes, we might be working in the ghetto, as you called it. And this, the demographic of patients we see here in NYC are Blacks and Hispanic. But I've seen nurses and doctors, people like me, go up on those floors every single day, risking their lives and the lives of their families to save the lives of these patients. People actually matter to us. And I'm saying to you, instead of coming out here and inciting fear into these people who are already fearful for their lives and they're vulnerable, how about you stand in front of that resident who you think is incompetent and refuse to move and say, "I refuse to let you do CPR on this patient who already has a pulse"? How about you do that? Maybe that would have made more of a difference than coming out here and making it appear as though everybody or every nurse or doctor in New York City is incompetent, when we are out here every day, risking our lives day after day after day, fighting for these people who actually matter. Because I cannot imagine many nurses who would just casually do something to a patient that is going to cause harm. Yes, the situation has been stressful. Yes, we have been thrown into a pandemic that, quite frankly, a lot of us didn't know initially what was happening. We took it day by day by day. We learned. We have grown. And we have been fighting tooth and nail, and thousands of patients have been discharged and gone home to their families. And yes, our patients are out here and they're vulnerable. But people like me, advocating for my patients, people like my fellow nurses and doctors at this hospital who have been fighting for our patients, how dare you incite fear into these vulnerable people who are already fearful? If you are going to say something that is going to cause this kind of fear, say it in a place where it can be contained, where it can be managed, where it actually makes a difference. How about you stand in that hospital and say, "I refuse to leave this place like this because there's something I can do that matters." But don't come out here crying. Yes, it is a stressful situation. I'm not discounting what you have done or what you have seen. But say it in a place where it actually matters. Because there are thousands of us out here who care about our patients. And that nurse practitioner who came out and said that we're not giving Plaquenil or zinc or vitamin E, that may have been the account at one hospital. And yes, a lot of this has been trial and error. We see that this pandemic has been such that nobody initially knew how to fight it. And everybody is learning as they go. But I have administered those medications to my patients. I'm just saying, when you come out here and make these videos, be responsible for the thousands of nurses and doctors and frontline workers who are out here, who are giving their all, risking their lives and the lives of their family every day to go up in these rooms and fight this beast. Be responsible for them too. No more nurse bashing, no more frontline workers bashing, because we are under stress and we are doing our best. And we are in the business of saving lives, and we are absolutely saving lives. So stop with the nurse bashing. And as that nurse in the Washington Press said, Black lives don't matter in New York City. How dare you? How dare you? Every life matters to this nurse and to thousands of nurses in New York City who are fighting every day. Every life matters to us. Every life. Now put this out there, because this too is truth.